Welcome to the Apple Geeks. Today we will be reviewing the iPad mini around 8 years from its release date of November 2012. This iPad was the first of its kind to feature a 7.9-inch display to the small screen lovers. The release date came upon the complaints of people carrying around the iPad first and second generation due to the heaviness and large bezels. Apple cleverly came up with a solution to get rid of the large bezels and come up with the first tablet that could fit in the size of your palms. Even though this iPad came with a lot of pros like the lightweight body structure and the thin design, there were a lot of cons, like the first Space Gray version of the iPad, which had completely matte black. Unlike the versions we have today, which come with a mix of silver and gray, this color created a lot of problems, as the matte black scratched the iPad, making silver scratches around the body, and that made the iPad look really ugly. Soon, Apple noticed this problem and got rid of the matte black version and stuck to the space gray second generation. Okay, back to 8 years later. This iPad has become very, very slow, as it was running the A5 chip with 512 megabytes of RAM with no motion processor whatsoever. As per my use, this iPad was very quick when first purchased, as Apple software like iOS 6 or 7 did not slow the iPad down as much. But when iOS 8 came along, the iPad visibly started to lag a lot. As you guessed, as iOS 9 came along, this iPad became dead slow, not being able to perform simple tasks like searching up or taking pictures. Apple made a big mistake letting the iPad mini upgrade to iOS 9, but they had to give it at least 3 years of support so they would not lose their reputation as a company. Well, they did. The specs like the 512 megabyte RAM did not suit the iPad, as it could have been at least a little bit faster if it had at least a gigabyte of RAM. Well, as everyone says, we all learn from mistakes, and so did Apple. They made the iPad mini 2 with a gigabyte of RAM and a much faster processor. Also, Apple made another mistake by not adding Retina display to the iPad mini, which made users like us and me notice every pixel on the iPad, as it has a density of 163 pixels per inch. Apple had fixed this issue by adding Retina display on the iPad mini 2 with a density of 326 pixels per inch. The cameras were okay at the time of its release, as the camera technology did not change. It came with a 0.2 megapixel FaceTime camera and a 5 megapixel rear camera. To end this video, is this iPad a mistake or innovation? Well, it's kind of in the middle. I'm not going to completely blame Apple for this invention, as they were experimenting with the iPad first gen to make the iPad mini 2 better. So, would you buy this device? Well, unless you're looking for the cheapest iPad you can find, this is it. You can buy this iPad for $30 to $50. Or else, if your budget is a tiny bit higher, I would recommend going with the iPad mini 2 or 3, as they're a lot faster and much better to use than the iPad mini 1. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more videos. Peace.